we have some theories on some things that we want to talk about because AEW is in a spot right now where, I mean, we're gonna put any of this out of the, you know, not in the scenario right now. Just take that out. Just whatever CM Punk did, we'll put it that way. Whatever he did, AEW's the buzz right now. They're white hot.
It is kind of, I wouldn't say a turning point, but it is kind of like everyone's focusing on them and seeing what they're going to do now. And they are missing some people. Like they're missing some big names. So it's going to go at CM Punk, especially. I mean, if he comes back, it's not going to be for, 8-9 months, however long he's out for.
Correct.
So we don't know when we're going to see him again, if anytime soon. So he was a huge focus of the shows. So they're going to have to do something different or something unique or something to not only capture the audience that is now watching them because they're the talk of wrestling, but also they're gonna have to go in a different direction. Like they didn't plan to have all these guys out right now. It is an important time for them.
Yeah, it's a time. It's a very important time.
I think Moxley wins because he's Jon Moxley. Not only is he, I don't want him to be like the caretaker of the belt, like whenever someone steps away, he wins the title, but
right.
I think that kind of needs to be where it goes. And my thinking is he is going to face MJF. I think MJF will probably win the title pretty soon afterwards, but I do think there's going to be an MJF title reign, and I think it's going to be Mox versus MJF. And the reason I think that is because what they've done it a little bit before, but not with crowds and not with their current characters. What I think AEW needs right now, because they're kind of at a turning point, they kind of have it's a lot of focus on them. I think MJF is the biggest heel in AEW. Mox is probably the biggest face in AEW. And they're probably two of the most important guys. I mean, Moxley's not a founder at AEW, but he's been there basically since the beginning. And he's one of their more, he legitimized them a lot, even more so, I'd say, than like Chris Jericho legitimized AEW. Like the fact that Moxley voluntarily left WWE.
That's true.
And then came to AEW, like that meant something. And MJF is obviously their new star. So they need them to be in a big program. And I think this is going to start something big. Yeah. They do need some sort of stability in the world title scene. They need some sort of stability in their storylines, because I have noticed AEW a little bit recently has gone away from, and I know it's been injuries and a lot of stuff, so I don't even blame them for it, but there haven't been very many storylines that have gone very long. There's been a lot of great matches. There's been a lot of great moments. There's been a lot of, very short storylines. Like the Moxley Punk thing was great, but it was like 3 or 4 weeks long. And I know that's because of injury. I think MJF and Moxley could have a really, really, really important feud in AEW that could last a couple months. MJF will win, and then he can have, I think, the same thing you think. I think he's going to have the title for a very long time. AEW needs the big feud right now.
And I mean, I totally agree with that, and I could totally see them doing that. That makes a lot of sense. And like you said, like he's the most trusted. He's going to be like your workhorse, but not somebody that you just like, okay, we need to put the belt on it because it's been too long. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's not that, but he's going to be there for this company.
You can trust Jon Moxley. He's going to be there. He's going to, have great matches. He's going to have great promos. He's going to have great feuds. He can kind of do it all. And that's why MJF taking it from him, I think, would mean so much more, because everyone kind of universally loves Jon Moxley.
That's true.
And the stuff, the really out there stuff that MJF could say about him to get him angry will attract a lot of attention.
Yeah. Hey, I'm all in on that. That's interesting television. I'm okay with that.